Good morning and good evening to many of you. Thank you for joining us for this welcome event for new parents and families. My name is Unja Yu, Senior Director of International Alumni Engagement and Communications. I have the privilege to work with our amazing alumni communities all over the world. I'm also a proud LSA graduate. Now I'd like to share just a few quick housekeeping items, even though you've been probably seeing them on the screen. Zoom auto captioning will be used throughout this event. To view the captions, please click on closed caption at the bottom right of your screen and then choose show subtitle. Please feel free to use the chat feature to ask questions. To use the chat feature, please type your question in the chat box at any time during the event. Now, it is my great pleasure to welcome our good friend, Kathy Chandak, who lives in Delhi, India. She received a BA in economics and an MBA from the Ross Business School. She is also the proud parent of an LSA 2021 student. Please welcome Kathy.
Thank you, Unja. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you. My name is Kathy Chantak, and I am a proud alumna of LSA and the Ross School of Business. And my daughter, Chandra, is a graduate of the LSA class of 2021. I'm very excited for you and your students and the experiences ahead of you. Both the University of Michigan and Ann Arbor are special to me and my family. I enjoyed my coursework and admired my professors. My undergraduate freshman roommate became my best friend even to today. And I met my husband at business school. I watched my daughter develop and grow during her 4 years at Michigan. She majored in cognitive science, a field where Michigan is much stronger compared to other universities she had considered attending. And using the Career Center, she got a paid internship in France, which she really enjoyed. And I believe the Michigan experience overall is contributing to her success at her job now. I'm confident that your students' experiences will be life-changing as well. And now I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Judith Pennywell, Director of the International Center. She oversees all of U of M's international student, scholar, and employee services, as well as global engagement and education abroad programs. With professional experience in Spain, South Africa, South Korea, and Qatar, Dr. Pennywell is a global leader in the field. She has more than 25 years of experience in all aspects of international education administration and student affairs, including several leadership roles with the Association of International Education Administrators. Welcome, Dr. Judith Pennywell.
Thank you for the kind introduction, Catherine. I appreciate it. On behalf of the International Center and the Division of Student Life, I'm excited to welcome your student to campus this fall. And I'm so happy to be here with you parents this morning or afternoon or evening. I recognize the many strains the pandemic has placed on our international families and our students. And I'm so glad that your student has persevered and has been admitted to this excellent institution and will join us in the fall. They'll be coming along with students from over 100 countries, including students from the great state of Michigan. I'm pleased to tell you that almost 85% of our new first-time undergraduate international students have already gotten their visas. Now, 100% is ideal, but given some of the challenges around the world and that the US consulates have not returned to full operations yet, I'm very pleased that so many students have been successful, and I remain optimistic. At the International Center, our mission is simple. We serve the international population by providing visa and immigration advice. We offer a range of programs throughout the year, including extensive orientation workshops to help students adjust to life in Ann Arbor. Some of these programs your students may already be attending. We facilitate intercultural and international education by providing a range of opportunities for your students to engage with their American peers through social, cross-cultural, and educational events and activities. And we foster a global campus community. We collaborate with other student life and academic affairs units around campus to make sure that we're supporting international students, including them in important campus-wide conversations and ensuring that they have and find meaningful opportunities to engage both inside and outside of the classroom. And ultimately, as an international center, we endeavor to contribute to your students' goals as they become the leaders and best, and as they move on into their careers and after graduation. We are part of the Division of Student Life, which is the arm of the university that serves students, that offers students the programs and activities, housing and dining, health and well-being resources they need to be successful, to engage beyond the classroom, to feel supported, and to be both physically and mentally well. The division complements and expands upon the range of offerings found in the colleges and schools, so that together, collectively, we may holistically meet your students' needs, address emerging concerns, and provide them with a wealth of resources and opportunities throughout their tenure at University of Michigan. As parents, please encourage your students to take advantage of the many services, programs, offerings, opportunities from the International Center, the Division of Student Life, their colleges and schools and academic departments. Encourage them to pursue their personal interests through participation in clubs and organizations, recreational sports and athletic events, and community service. The connections that they make at U of M and the interests that they develop, they will have lifelong impact on your students' lives. Also encourage them to take advantage of the many performance, cultural activities, leadership development programs, educational lectures around campus. Experiences like these add depth to what they learn in the classroom, and they help improve and really form the type of experience your student has while studying in the United States. Your students come from many different places and backgrounds and cultures, but they will have one thing in common. They'll be Wolverines, and we're so happy about that. So thank you, parents and families, and best wishes to your students. I now have the honor of introducing one of our amazing faculty members, Professor Joanna Milanchik from the College of Engineering. Professor Milanchik is Associate Dean of Undergraduate Education in Engineering. She's a distinguished Arthur Professor. She was honored as a UN Bicentennial Professor. She directs the MSTEM Engineering Academy, and she has two distinct areas of research. The field that she earned her doctorate in, material science, as well as engineering education, where she studies the benefits of student participation in engineering co-curricular activities. She's received the Provost Teaching Innovation Award and a College of Engineering Award for academic excellence. And more importantly, she's a caring administrator. She's a strong advocate for students and a well-regarded faculty member. So I turn it over to the good professor.
Thank you so much for that very generous introduction. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the University of Michigan. Welcome this morning, this evening, wherever you are. I am Joanna Milanchik, and I am the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Education. As the Associate Dean, I am responsible for all aspects of both academic and experiential programs in the College of Engineering. You know, it's been a really rough year, hasn't it? And we recognize how hard our students have been working the last, gosh, I don't know, 18 months. And we are so excited that this semester, we will have a primarily in-person semester. Over 90% of our classes are being taught in the classroom. Our emphasis this semester will be on experiential learning, meaning learning by doing, learning by interacting with one another, learning by community building. So what I'd really like to say to all of you parents is to please encourage your students to join our excellent research groups. There's plenty of design teams and student organizations where students can apply their technical and creative skills while building up their professional competencies and personal relationships. We have so many different kinds of student organizations, ranging from Solar Car to Blue Lab, which is an altruistic organization that designs medical solutions for a variety of communities that don't necessarily have the resources that very wealthy communities may have. There are a lot of different kinds of events that we're going to be holding this fall, like Festival, where students can learn about all kinds of activities, ranging again from the very highly technical engineering kinds of clubs down to the silliest clubs you can imagine, like the squirrel watching club. We're also going to have a wide range of activities on North Campus. Now, I don't know how many of you are familiar with North Campus. North Campus is a rather quiet pastoral place where students can really focus on their studies. This semester, what we're doing is we're really trying to change the culture on North Campus so that in addition to doing all their studying, they can also relax and do some recreational activities on North Campus. Some of the things that we're going to be doing is having outdoor movie nights, pumpkin carving events, which is a common thing to do in the fall. And of course, there's always sporting events like football. It is an incredibly exciting time for our students, but for us parents, it can be a little bit melancholy, if you will. I'm like you, I have two children at the University of Michigan. I have a son who's a rising senior, and my daughter, Ava, is going to be starting as a first-year student in LS&A. I know how difficult it is to send my children across town. I cannot imagine what it's like to send your children halfway around the world. On behalf of everyone here, we are deeply humbled and we thank you for sending and trusting your children to us and sending them to us. And they will have an incredible semester filled with really great academic experiences, life-changing experiences as well. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Brody Remington, and I have the pleasure of leading the International Giving and Engagement team here at the University of Michigan. You will meet some of my colleagues during the reception to follow, Christine Mishanik, Gayatri Penmetsa, and Sophia Moeller. I want to welcome all of you to the Michigan family again. We are thrilled to have you joining our community. Everyone at the University of Michigan greatly values the international student community, as I hope you can tell, and the contributions that your sons and daughters make to our globally minded campus. Their insights, their perspectives in and outside of the classroom add so much to the learning experiences of all of our students, and the friendships they form last for lifetimes and lead to many more fruitful and often global connections through the course of their careers. We also value the contributions that all of you as parents and families make to the University of Michigan community, and we need your help, quite simply, to continue improving. With this in mind, this morning we are asking you to, of course, continue supporting your daughters and sons through the course of their education, through the highs and lows of the college experience, but also to consider sponsoring internships and other kinds of engaged learning experiences through LSA's Opportunity Hub, the College of Engineering, the Ross School of Business, and many other schools and programs across campus, and also to contribute philanthropy, gifts of financial resources to enhance programs on campus and increase scholarship funding. And scholarship funding is particularly important. As John Driscoll, one of my colleagues, the Associate Director of Parent and Family Giving, will share more during our Kumo Space reception, we have a unique opportunity for parents and family members who provide meaningful philanthropy to Michigan. This Parent Council provides opportunities to get to know Michigan's leaders, in addition to learning more about some of the extraordinary programs that make Michigan great. It's a fantastic way to be engaged with Michigan during your students' time here. And also very much related, Kyle Knowles, the Associate Director of Development for Student Life, will share during the reception our commitment to supporting a vibrant and inclusive student experience is unwavering. We want your daughters and sons to have the very best experience possible when we frequently look to partner with parents and families to generate additional philanthropic support for important programs and innovative approaches to student life and student wellness. The bottom line is that all of us here hope to partner with all of you as we continue to invest in Michigan and the immense potential of our students, your daughters and your sons, and the great things that they will do. I look forward to getting to know many of you over the next few years and to welcome you back to campus in person at some point soon. In the meantime, please let any of us know if you have any questions or need additional information. And I would now like to invite some of my fellow presenters, Dr. Pennywell and Dr. Milanchik, to join me for a few minutes of Q&A with all of you, and Unja, you will moderate.
Thank you, Brody. Glad to see all of you back on screen. We received a few questions from our parents and families just now. The first one I want to throw out to Dr. Pennywell. I think this is for you. Very important thing, health insurance for our international students. Do the parents need to, or do the students need to register, or are they automatically registered? And what is the effective starting date? It seems like they haven't seen it on their August bill yet. So they're just wondering how that process goes.
Right, so there's a couple questions about insurance that I hope to be able to address. We'll also put a link to our FAQs in the chat. So how insurance is done is that it is triggered by the students completing their check-in process. So we have a Canvas course that students must do, and they upload all of their immigration documents, their I-94s, their visa copy, their DS-2019s or I-20s. All that is part of the process. And once that's completed, we're able to add the insurance to their bill, and it will be an automatic process. So if your student hasn't, I suspect the student that the parent has written the question, their student hasn't checked in yet. And so when they do, in the following month, which will be September, they will see two charges, one for any time that they were in the States during August, and the second for the month of September. And then it is automatically charged. If a student has the exact same insurance that we offer and the exact same benefits, there is a waiver process. That's explained on our website as well. The second question about the insurance card, they will receive it about 2 weeks after their check-in.
Great, thank you. Professor Milanchik, what are the educational modalities being used this year on campus?
Yes, thank you. So like I said, over 90% of the classes will be held in person. But we learned quite a lot from the pandemic, and a lot of those tools that we learned about are actually still going to be employed. So even though the students will be meeting in classrooms with their instructors, many of their lectures may still be recorded for them to review either before or after the class. And office hours, we also found many office hours actually were more efficient if they were done using an online platform. So just because we're back to teaching in the classroom doesn't mean that we're going to be teaching like we did before the pandemic. We're going to be taking all of the good things that we learned about, using those tools to improve pedagogy. Now, the things that we really do believe are the best things to happen in person will remain in person. So laboratories, of course, discussion sections will be largely in person as well. So we're really excited to have those students back on campus interacting and interacting not only with professors, GSIs, but also interacting with each other.
Thank you so much. Dr. Pennywell, another question for you. If my son can arrive only early September, even though classes start in August due to visa procedure, does he need an additional letter from U of M since his arrival date is later than planned?
What we would do is we would shift the start date on the I-20. So he wants to contact the Office of Undergraduate Admissions and indicate what date they'll be arriving. They can also send an email to our office, and we will make sure that undergraduate admissions gets that. So the port of entry officer will be able to look at the document and look in the system and see that the student is permitted to start on September 3rd as opposed to August 23rd or what have you.
So I would also like to add that please have your student, if that is the case, if they will be arriving late, to contact their instructors and their advisor to let them know that they will need to start the class virtually and how to actually make up that work. Please do that as soon as possible so that the instructors can make those arrangements. And if there are any issues with with any of that, please have your student contact me directly, and I will be able to help them arrange some of these accommodations. And I'll put my email in the chat.
Thank you both. Here's a question for any of you here right now. So my international freshman daughter is a minor and will be traveling and moving alone. I was wondering if there will be some additional support for such kids transitioning, settling in, opening bank accounts, etc.
We actually have on our website several orientation workshops that your student can take in advance of her arrival. Right now, I'm not sitting in the lobby of the International Center, but right now we actually have a local bank that's set up right now, as well as some peer advisors answering questions for students regarding anything about campus life. And of course, our staff is there to help as well. So I started my freshman year as a minor as well. So I understand the challenges that I'm sure as a parent you're going through, but I know your student will be successful.
Thank you, Dr. Pennywell. Thank you all. That was, I hope that was informative for all of you parents and families. Remember, this is being recorded, so you can rewatch it and remember so you don't have to write all the notes that our speakers have just informed all of you. Well, again, thank you, Professor Milinchik, Dr. Pennywell, Brody, and Kathy for sharing so much information this morning for our students and families and parents as they prepared to come on campus. We're grateful for everything you do for our students in the classroom, outside of the classroom. Now, parents and families, we hope you'll join us for the second half of the event, a virtual reception. Sorry, we can't actually give you any, juices and sodas and wine and coffee, but we'll do this virtually in a space called Kumo Space. We'll have staff representatives there to answer questions, including Kyle Knowles from Student Life and John Driscoll from Parent and Family Programs that Brody mentioned earlier, as well as Dr. Pennywell and Professor Milinchik. So what is Kumo Space? It is a new technology that we're excited to test on you for the first time. So please be open-minded since we are new to this as well. Don't worry, you will have plenty of fun. So no need to create an account. Just click the link that we just put in the chat box. And then click continue without an account and enter your name and actually your home country. That way you can meet other parents and family members. Use the arrow keys on your keyboard to move around the room. Click on the map. There will be a map on the right, the right side on the bottom corner to see the layout of the entire room of where you want to go and where you want to talk to Kyle or John and others. The Zoom meeting will remain up. Please be sure to, I should say this, please leave this Zoom meeting before transitioning to this Kumo Space. The Zoom meeting will remain active and serve as a technical support service for anyone having questions about Kumo Space. So now we will see you in Kumo Space in about 30 seconds, but you leave Zoom and go into Kumo Space again and see you there in a moment. Thank you.